All right, let's take a stab at this. This diagram is a little bit confusing, right? You can see how there's a lot going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this diagram and I'm going to zoom in on it, and so you just get a better sense of what's going on. And I'm going to change colors to be able to highlight some important pieces that I want to highlight. For example, I'm going to start with this one right here. Angle XBA, this angle right here, which you can see they put an angle mark on, okay, is congruent to angle YCA right here. Yep. Okay. And since that's true, we know that through the angle addition postulate, we know that this angle right here forms a linear pair with XBA, and angle this BCA right here forms a linear pair with angle YCA, which they gave us, right? And so therefore we know that this angle is congruent to this angle because they both sum with congruent angles to get to 180, okay? We know that. Now there's some triangles here. Let me just trace out the triangles for a second. This triangle right here, okay, of which these angles, this right here is an angle, and this triangle right here, okay? Because they're asking if BL is congruent to CM. BL is one side of this triangle, and let me maybe trace those out in a couple of colors. We'll do one in yellow. This triangle right here, right? And let's do another one in, let's say, green. This triangle right here. Okay, so these are the two triangles that if we talk about them, we can see that in this green triangle, this angle right here is congruent to this angle in the yellow triangle. Okay, we also have this fact that these, let me change color again, that this side is reflexively congruent to itself. Okay, so now what we've got in this triangle so far is, let's see, we've got an angle and then a side, angle and then a side. Well, check it out. Since these two angles with the two blue marks are congruent, okay, and we know that BE right here is bisecting it, then we know this. We know that, let me change the color here. We know that this smaller angle right here is congruent to this smaller angle right here, right? Because it's bisected, so it splits that into those two equal amounts. Same thing over here. On the other side, it's the exact same amount because these two angles with the two blue marks are congruent. It's the exact same amount so that when you bisect it, you get an equal amount here and here. So all four of those angles are congruent. How does that matter? Well, if you can see it, you can see that this yellow triangle right here has a pink angle here, this side right here with this single orange segment mark, and then an angle here with the two blue marks. So it's got pink single angle, then a side with the single segment mark in orange, and then the angle in blue, this triangle. So essentially what we've got, and I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit, and I'm gonna redraw these triangles for you over here. I'm gonna redraw the green one, okay? And what we've got on that green one is we've got a double blue angle here, we've got a single pink angle here, and we've got an orange single mark like that. Okay, that's what we know. And if you look at this green triangle in the drawing, you hopefully can see that. Okay, and now I'm going to draw the yellow one rather. Okay, got that yellow triangle like this. And what do we know about those? Well, those we have this single pink right here. We've got that single orange mark there, and then we've got the double blue here. Okay, if you follow that and you see how I marked it all out, then what kind of congruence do we have? We have angle, side, angle congruence. So what they're asking us is which one can we use, and I would say up here, let me move that so you can see the question. Okay, I would say up here then, which do we use? Angle, side, angle, and that is the answer. Oh, so down in the bottom, D.